Right, Robert.
Sir,
Sadly, we were wrong.
well, I'm wrong all the time. What time? What's wrong this time?
Well, it turns out real estate haters were right on this episode of Real Estate Chat with
John de Perez.
and Robert Eade. All of these calls for interest rate cuts and all of our commentary about interest rates dropping in the near future. You might as well throw it out, Robert.
Well, interest rates will drop sometime. When it is and how rapidly it is what's up for debate. And everybody wants it to be they want the way they want it to be. And many times they're wrong.
Okay, well, then we weren't completely wrong. So let's share this article, which is found in Posthaste of Financial Post. It says that suddenly, all of a sudden, like this stuff just suddenly happens. Economists are pushing back forecasts for the Bank of Canada's first rate cut. So if you've liked our channel and subscribed, you know that we've talked about the rate cuts coming, and not in our words. We're not the economists. We're not Bank of Canada. We are two real estate brokers out of Toronto, and we comment on the market. But this post haste article in Financial Post, which we will share, basically talks about latest numbers on Canada's job market have moved the needle on when some economists think the Bank of Canada will make its first interest rate cut. So there's been a gain, an unexpectedly strong gain of 37,000 jobs, more than doubled forecasts. And so that prompted some economists, Benjamin Tall, whom we mentioned in our previous episode, make sure you watch that, and others, not just Mr. Tall himself, but there are others who predicted that the first Bank of Canada cut in April. He said May, June, pushed back their forecast until June. Okay, so maybe, well, Benjamin Tall was right. He said May and June was his forecast for it. But you all can read this article and you can see the different, I guess, what they cited as reasons why the pushback. But Robert, what's your take on this? And are the economists wrong? Are we wrong to reverberate this statement? And as you said earlier, rate cuts will happen. May, June, it still looks like we were correct in saying that in our previous episodes. What's going on?
Okay, let's look at the bigger picture. Why are these articles saying interest rates are not going to come as soon as some people thought being published at this time? Because the real estate market has gone crazy. Everything's selling, prices nutso, just like last year. Nobody wants that. The Bank of Canada does not want that because if they see a big surge in real estate sales and prices, Toronto, Vancouver, whatever it is, major markets, then they're going to have to pause for longer. They're already chewing on their words of, is it long or is it short or is it dropping tomorrow or what is it going to be? Because they haven't said anything definite. So everybody's now guessing starting in December, January, that rate cuts are soon because they read that into what the Bank of Canada and the commentators on the Bank of Canada said. Now it's public relations. They got to get rid of that idea. So I say minor league commentators have been given the go ahead or given indication that they should say, calm things down, talk things down. And so they are. And that's being picked up by the newspaper because the newspaper will put anything that sells newspapers in the paper. So interest rates are going to come down a half a point to 1% in 2024 this year. It's all going to happen in the second half of the year. And the only thing that's going to speed that up is if terrible bad things happen. If
The
all of a
GDP,
sudden
let's say.
nobody, well, the GDP is a monkey business cook up that even these people are saying the GDP numbers are largely inflated by an increase in population. That's why everything in the last few liberal budgets was about GDP, because that was going up. However, was the quality of life going up? No. Is everybody who lives here already affected by new people coming in and them buying new stuff? Well, they're getting squeezed out. There's less people, to handle what the existing people needed in the for housing or at the hospital or at the store or whatever. So right now we're in a government-run country, and the government has been making some errors in the direction and the method and the types of tools that they've used in order to try and manage the economy. Number one, it's impossible to manage the economy. They're failing at doing it, and everybody knows it. But what are you going to do about it? I can sit here all day long and say they're doing the wrong thing, and I can't say enough things to influence enough people to change what's going on. Right now, nobody likes interest rates the way they are.
No, And I don't think even yeah, I don't even think the commentators of our real estate
So
chat
they've said things in
channel,
the past and they're trying to get out of it. How do they get out
yeah,
of it gracefully? Only by saying things that will change the confidence level. They want people to feel a little bit poorly. If they feel a little bit poorly or more poorly about the future, then they won't buy something. Will calm
that's
it
right.
down. That's what they want to do, calm it down.
Well, I guess okay,
So,
so they're feeling things out, and you know what? I'm with you. I mean, anybody who has a mortgage or pays for anything for that matter, because in one way or the other, even if you have no loans, debt, mortgage, all of that sort of thing, high interest rates do still affect you in terms of what your purchasing power. It affects everybody, right? So I don't think
right.
anybody in their right mind wants rates to go up. We get the point of view from some of our viewers who say that, yeah, they won't cut interest rates. In fact, they have to go up to adjust everything that's happening with the economy and to make sure everything is okay. Nonetheless,
Nobody
rate
wants
cuts will
that.
come. Nobody
Yeah.
wants that. Rate cuts will come, whether you like it or not.
Yes. And this is what we said earlier on, that good news about the economy is bad news for interest rates. If the real estate prices start going up, it means interest rates are going to have to go up because that's the tool they're using to stop stop prices from going up. If interest rates start coming down faster than anybody figured, it's because there's a totality of
Hmm.
terribleness that's
So
happened
no,
all
we don't
across
want
Canada and the
either.
United
Seems
States,
like we don't
and we
want.
don't want that either.
Yeah.
So it's it's a terrible job. Somebody's got to do it, and then everybody reacts in a way that is most favorable to their own situation. If I
Mhm.
have tons of cash, then I'm going to recommend things that are great for people who have tons of cash. If I have lots of debt, then I'm going to be in favor of things that are good for people who have lots of debt. And so they want
That's
interest
right.
rates to come down so their monthly burden will come down.
Well, there you
So
go.
that's why real estate is a combination of everything, is affected by everything. And it comes down to consumer confidence. If I
There you
feel
go.
good about making a step out into the future, into the unknown at more expense for sure, guaranteed. And then I think my job is good. And I'm looking for a better neighborhood and I'm trying to take care of myself in an uncertain world. If
Well, there you
nobody
go.
does
I
that,
mean,
then nothing happens.
an increase in jobs increases, I mean, in terms of consumer confidence and increases spending, then
That's
obviously
the
what
key
happens to
point.
interest rates?
All of this talk was because of a jobs report that came out from not Revenue Canada, from Statistics Canada last week, and it was higher than they thought. But maybe they were wrong about what they thought, and so it really wasn't double. And were these part-time government jobs? Were these full-time jobs? What kind of things were they really talking about? I should have sent you a thing I just got from a mortgage broker friend of mine, Dave LaRock, who said, if you look at the jobs report a little more closely, you'll see that there was an increase. Yes, the number, but what kind of jobs are these? These
Mhm.
were part-time government jobs. These don't count like construction workers. These don't
I
count.
guess it gives, I guess, look, somebody's looking for a reason to keep rates the way they are. But anyway, we're going to have to stay tuned and watch out for these upcoming Bank of Canada announcements and see where the interest rates are headed. Again, predicted May, June. Robert's prediction or Robert's forecast, 0.5 to 1 by
In
latter
the
of
second half of the year.
2024. Latter of
In the second
2024.
half of the
There
year.
you go.
Nothing's happening in the spring.
Right. Stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching this episode of Real Estate Chat. Leave into the comments what your guesses are, because interest rate episodes are usually our more popular episodes because I guess it impacts everybody, of course, as it
Important
would. It's
topic.
a very important topic. So let us know what you think. Take care and bye for now.
See you.